Hollerin from the Holler?
Episode 1, because it's episode 1 of this series.
Hollerin from Sounds Good?
Yeah.
Cheers. So you're saying we need to record an intro?
An intro.
All right.
I don't know how, but we need to.
Thank you for having us.
Well, you're welcome. Thanks for coming out.
This is our first remote podcast recording, so you're the guinea pig.
All right. Sounds good.
Would you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Introduce yourself.
My name's Elijah Wilson. Me and my wife own Sounds Good here on Main Street in Burkesville, Kentucky. We've lived in Burkesville for about 20 years now, and this is kind of a side gig for me, and it's become kind of a passion, and we just created it because we wanted to have a place for people to get together and congregate and tell good stories, and that all sounded good, and so that's how we got here.
So other than Pizza Hut, you're the first pizza place other than like the gas station.
Mm-hmm.
Are you the first bar in Burkesville?
Oh, kind of, not really. We don't really have bars per se.
Okay.
We kind of brand ourselves as a family bar or
It is.
family restaurant.
Your kids are over there right
Yeah.
now, as a matter of fact.
We do serve alcohol here too, of course, adults. But we are one of the first to actually serve alcohol in the city limits of Burkesville.
Restaurant with a bar.
Restaurant with a bar.
Mm-hmm.
And how long y'all been open?
So I purchased the building in 2018, and then it did a couple years of renovation on it, slowly but surely. Then COVID hit and kind of changed the whole world. But we were able to actually open our doors in May of 2023.
And did you two know each other before? You and
We-
Megan?
Yeah.
Known each other, yeah.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been a customer of Sulphur Creek for many years, and but yeah, I love Sulphur Creek. I love going down there and eating, and it was before they really expanded the restaurant. I always looked forward to summertime because that was the closest restaurant to my house, and I could go down there and get a cheeseburger, and they've always had great cheeseburgers. And so it was just real exciting, especially when they made all the renovations and expanded, and now it's one of the most happening places in our area, and it's only a couple miles from my house, so it's wonderful. So I met Megan through there, and she keeps me in line and keeps my boat in good working order and keeps it safe, and appreciate it.
And so the reason I wanted to start here at Sounds Good is I think that you have kind of the same passion for adding something to the county, a place for people to go, to hang out, whatever, a good family restaurant where you can actually go sit down and eat, whatever. So that was one reason we wanted to start here. I think that, I don't know if I've talked to you about this, but it's a conversation that we have at work and whatever, is that, so many people come through town and never stop. They just keep going. So that's one reason we wanted to do this, is hopefully somebody will watch it and be like, hey, we're going to Del Holla, let's stop there. Or, let's stop wherever on the way through. So I think it's a great location if you're headed through town and want a bite to eat. I know you're open. Are you open on Thursdays?
Yes, we're open Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So 5 o'clock on Thursday, 5 o'clock on Friday, and then we open up at 11 on Saturdays, and our ovens always shut off at 9 each night.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And sometimes you have live music?
Yeah,
that
we
type of thing?
usually have live music a couple Saturdays each month. Not every night, but we try to mix it up a little bit. We also like watching UK and Tennessee.
You were open on Tuesday, right?
We did have a little special opening because UK was taking on Louisville Cardinals, and that's usually a big event, and typically that takes place on a Saturday
Right.
In Kentucky, so that was not normal, and so we decided we needed to have a place to congregate for such a big experience.
Unfortunately, that one didn't work out how either one of you wanted it to.
I went to bed. I mean, can you believe I got mad and went to bed?
Yeah, no kidding.
It's mind-blowing, actually.
Yeah, but it's early in the season, both good teams. So it was a good game and whatnot. But, I mean, after that 3 was missed, I mean...
Yeah, I mean, it's been about a decade since Louisville actually won the basketball game, so we kind of needed to let them win a little bit, so we'd still have a rivalry.
Sure.
It kind of
It hadn't been a rivalry at all.
No,
You needed a little brother to step up a little bit.
Come on, step up your game a little bit. So we let them win this year, and maybe we'll see them again in tournament. Hopefully they do good, and we'll do good. We know we'll do good, and then we'll be able to crush them come tournament time or something like that. So make them feel good,
Speaking of Kentucky, they're playing Tennessee Tech today.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about this. Yeah.
Tennessee Tech out of Cookeville is 10-0. It's a small engineering school, very, very good school, but it's tiny. I think their stadium is even being torn up right now. All of a sudden, this team is on a tear. So y'all got Tennessee Tech today, like in half an hour.
Yeah, I'm a little bit worried about it, but it's all at the same time. I'm also a believer in the Big Blue Nation, and I think we'll prevail. And if not, we won't.
So I'm going to say that I was kind of hesitant to have this because Elijah is a snitch.
A snitch, okay.
So for about the first year, y'all were open, and especially over the winter when the marina's not open, and I would come in here every weekend, and I would always tell my wife, hey, I'm going up to work on the boat. Well, I'd come up here, I'd run my card, and for some reason it was set up in their system to email Ashley every single receipt.
That's hilarious. Y'all use Square, so at some point she had used your card and put in her email address.
That must have been what happened.
She did it, not Elijah.
Well,
She knew what she was doing.
after about 6 or 7 months, I can't remember. It might have been Molly or someone brought it up to me. And she goes, do you still want this email to your email address? And I go, what email address? ashdancash@gmail.com. And I immediately hey babe, have you been getting emails from Sounds Good? And she goes, yeah, I've been keeping track. And I go, keeping track of what? And she goes, where you're at, how much you spent. I was like, oh no. So it's out of there now. It's deleted.
There's so many people in here on a Friday or Saturday night that somebody's going to tell her anyway. So
Yeah, that's a good
don't worry
point.
too much about it.
That's a good point.
No secrets.
And that's what I liked about when you opened this place. Number one, an opportunity, something new in town. Place to watch a game, place to grab a pizza, place to bring your wife, bring your husband, bring your family. And it truly has become a little bit of a community hub.
Yeah, we're right here on Main Street, and it's kind of Megan said a while ago when I was looking at some of the traffic counts. Anywhere from 8,000 to 12,000 people pass here every day. And,
Wow!
And so that's a lot. That's more than the entire population of our county. And so we think we're in a good place to kind of be a kind of a centerpiece of town. And when people come through, they see it. And I think it really does add to the whole experience. A big part of our local economy is tourism-based. And the lake is wonderful, but as you know, anytime that you go on vacation, you want to kind of get out and explore a little bit. And so I think this really does kind of add a lot of value to those vacations. So they can go down the lake, take that in for a few days, come up here, spend the evening, and it just really does add to the experience. And I think might sound kind of crazy, but I hope there's more restaurants that open. I hope there's more bars that's open, because I am a real believer in, when the tide comes in, all boats rise. And I think you're starting to see that a little bit. We've got some new restaurants that are opening up, and I think they're going to be doing well. And if they can hang with it, they'll be all right. But then all of a sudden, Burkesville becomes a destination location. And people in Glasgow or Columbia or Albany or even Cookeville start to say, hey, we could go to Burkesville and eat something up there. And that's huge. But I can't do that alone, and nor can Sulphur Creek do it alone. We all need to kind of work together, and we are working together. I promote a lot of stuff's going on down there, promote stuff at the distillery, and they in turn promote what's going on here. And to kind of spread the love a little bit, but eventually things are starting to catch on, and you're seeing more and more people, and our tourism economy continues to grow, and it's just kind of a fun, exciting time to be in Burkesville because people start to see the potential of this
Right.
community, and that it's not kind of doing away with that whole narrative. Oh, there's nothing going on here. But every small town in America has that same narrative. It's not unique to Burkesville. And so we're really just trying to change that to say, actually, there is a lot of stuff going on. And for our size, we're doing big things. And there's a lot of people that are coming here, and we're kind of putting Burkesville on the map.
So both of you are familiar with Livingston,
Yeah.
like where Sunset's at and whatnot. 10 years ago, you go through Livingston, it was a ghost town. You go through Livingston now, there's boutiques, there's shops, there's a steel coop. It used to be called Wayne's, now I want to say it's called Freddy's or something like that. And Livingston is a pass-through town for me. When I'm driving up to the lake, I pass through. I might stop at the steel coop, but last weekend, I was bored and I just went for a cruise. I went through Birdstown. Birdstown was cute and beautiful and whatnot. They had a couple little shops. And I went to Livingston and I was very, very pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
Their square is very active. There's a lot of nice like antique stores and just fun little places to drop by.
And I think as a place such as yourselves gets more established, it becomes a destination. It will give motivation for someone who wants to open up a boutique. If you want to go grab breakfast at your folks' place, at the bait shop, you want to come over here and watch a game, grab a pizza. And now, as shops open up, like you said, I think it's coming around. It's heading the right direction.
Yeah, we've always said that in order to be a destination, you have to have more than one spot. Like even the lake, like Sulphur Creek's great. We want the other marinas to do just as well as we are because nobody wants to come somewhere, and they are. They're doing great, but you want all of these places that everybody wants to go because that's what's going to bring the people. Nobody wants to come from one location. So, and I think the people in Burkesville and other counties are seeing that, and they're working together and making stuff happen. And the idea is just to get that out there and have people realize, hey, if you're coming from Louisville or wherever and you drive right through here, don't keep going. Stop or come back and visit some of these places. And there's a lot of awesome places to visit around here.
Now, you're involved also with I'm going to say like the city or the community as far as like a planning commission, or are you on a board or something like that?
Yeah, I do serve as the president of the Burkesville Cumberland County Industrial Development Authority. So that entity is all about economic development and job creation. Really, we're primarily focused on getting the infrastructure that you need to kind of encourage economic development and outside investment, but then also encourage local people to reinvest in our community. And so I've been on that board for a long time, but I'm also very active in our chamber. And a lot of different community organizations. Pretty much if it's a community organization, I'm probably going to be involved. I'm very passionate about economic development, and it's kind of what I do. It's my trade, and you can't talk about it too much without kind of catching the virus. And that's really what happened to me. I kind of said, okay, if I'm going to talk about economic development, downtown development, I need to do something too. And I've always kind of had a thought in the back of my mind of what I wanted to do, and that's the reason that I purchased this facility, because it is on Main Street, and they say location, location, location.
Right.
And so that's kind of what I do. But yeah, I'm very involved in the community. I helped start our biggest festival here, the River Festivus. I think we're now in our 7th year.
Okay.
We're working on trying to get our acts lined out for next year. But I think for the past couple of years, we've had 10,000 plus people that come into our community. All of our overnight lodging facilities are full. And so, yeah, I'm involved in the community, and it's always a whole lot of fun, adds spice to life. And one thing that I'm kind of excited about is there's a lot of other people that are kind of catching this virus too, and they're wanting to get more involved, especially as our events and grow, whether it's the downtown events. Everybody wants to be involved, and so Burkesville is just really a good place to live, work, play, and invest. And I'm proud to be a part of it.
Wow, and it's cool because both of you are involved so much in the community. You're both locals, and me being a tourist, outsider, semi-resident, I kind of get to be involved in it and kind of see how the sausage is made, so to speak, and involved in, like this week, where were you at?
Where was I at this week? This week I was in Somerset at the Kentucky Marine Association meeting.
Right, and
Yeah.
so that's another thing
So-
that's...
I mean, it directly affects everything that goes on. I mean, not everything, but it directly affects the lake for sure. So it's interesting. A lot of legislative stuff is pretty much what they meet about for the most part, but also just ideas, ideas from other marinas, what they've got going on, that type of thing. So
When you come to Sounds Good, what do you get?
I get, if I come by myself, I get a Supreme pizza because they're wonderful. I love y'all's pizza. If I bring my bunch, then we get cheese pizza because that's all they eat. But that's just, that's just because they won't eat anything. But yeah, but I get Supreme pizza. Wings are good too.
Wings are good. With the Nashville Hot. I get beer. And an occasional gin ski.
Yeah.
What is a gin ski?
Tell us about ski.
Well,
You are a ski connoisseur.
I am
I
a
know what
ski
ski is,
connoisseur.
But a lot of people don't.
Ski
Yeah.
goes great with everything.
Okay.
I love ski.
So
Been-
ski, it's made in where?
Yeah, well, it's actually made in a lot of different places across the country, but I grew up in Greensburg, Kentucky, Greene County, about an hour north of here, and we actually had the Greensburg bottling plant there, and we always thought it was a hometown drink because they made double cola and ski there.
A double cola, right?
Yeah, it's good stuff too. But later on in life, I realized that there was all kinds of little small towns across America that also had this same formula, and they were making it, and they thought local ski was actually made there. And I remember one time looking on a can that I had, and it said like Chattanooga, Tennessee. I was like, "What? What's going on here?"
Yeah, I thought it was only made in Greensburg too,
Yeah.
so that's why I was.
But then many years ago, ski actually sold out to Coca-Cola, but it's still very much kind of a regional drink. But to me, it's the best yellow drink there is, and I love it. It's great. To me, there's nothing better in the morning than waking up with just a cold ski. I even used to have a fridge that I would not open at all day long, and all it had in it was ski, so that when I opened that fridge, it was ice cold, and it was just amazing. And so that was one of the first things that I did, and I actually chose. I had a decision: am I going to go with Pepsi products or Coca-Cola products? And the first thought was, well, who can sell me ski? And that's Coca-Cola, and so that's the reason that we have ski.
So
on
you
tap
made
here.
your distributor choice
Yes.
by the fact that you could get ski on tap.
Yes,
Love it.
for sure. It's good stuff.
I also love that you have Coke because nobody wants Pepsi and whiskey.
I'll tell you what, Pepsi is the stepchild. It really, really is.
I mean, it's fine if I'm just drinking a Pepsi, but I don't want it with bourbon or mixed drink with
right,
Pepsi.
right,
I want Coke.
agreed. But I came in here about a year ago. Molly was bartending, and I saw that y'all had ski on tap. And I said, "Hey, can I get a vodka and ski?" And she goes, "No." I go, "What do you mean no?" She goes, "You can get a gin ski." And I went, "Absolutely. Gin and ski, it is absolutely fantastic."
Okay.
So it is a cousin of Mountain Dew.
Some people put it in the same class as like Mellow Yellow, Mountain Dew. I don't personally.
It tastes different.
It is very different. It's just if you've never experienced it, come to Sounds Good, 802 South Main Street, Burkesville,
Like
Kentucky,
it.
and you can taste it and experience it. And I think it just also goes great with our lake. It's got people on skis on there. I mean, it's just good stuff all the way around.
Like I remember growing up and driving down and still in front of the service stations and things along that line, you would have the coin-operated pop machines, and half of them had like the ski logo on the front. And so you'd throw in 25 cents or 35 cents, get a can of ski, and keep driving down to the lake.
I've been drinking it for a long time at my schools, at elementary school, middle school, and high school. We always had a ski day in the fall and one in the spring, and that meant that everybody got to go on a field trip to the ski bottling plant. And then later on in high school, they just brought you a ski and a bag of Frito chips. And I'm not gonna lie, I'll go ahead and confess. When I was in school, in high school, I'd wake up in the morning and I'd go get me a ski, and then I'd go to school, and then I'd have a ski at break, and then I'd go to this place called Coach's Corner after school, and I'd have another ski. Then I'd have another ski usually at dinner time, and I'll try to cut back on it a little bit, but I'm still a ski.
Why? You're like the pinnacle of health. You're great.
Yeah, I know. I'm sure it's
You're gonna live to be 100.
Why stop now?
Yeah, I'm sure it's going to be great for my health. I think it does have a lot of sugar in it and a lot of caffeine, but boy, it's good stuff. Everything's all right in moderation. Most things are all right in moderation.
That's
There you go.
fantastic.
Probably ski as well.
So come to Sounds Good, check out Burkesville, have a ski or a gin ski or
Yep.
whatever floats your boat.
If you're driving, just have a ski.
Yes, for
Yep,
sure.
there you go.
I've never had ski on tap.
Really?
I mean, I've had ski, but never. I didn't even know y'all had it on tap.
I know where we can solve that
I know,
problem.
we can
And
fix that.
And I'll give you, our ski is a little bit stronger than normal. All
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We actually crank it up just a little bit.
A little more it's like the Coca-Colas at McDonald's.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's good stuff. So if you've not had it, come out and give it a try, and we'll happily mix it with whatever you choose.
What about the history of this building?
I think it's been everything underneath the sun. It seems like a week doesn't go past when somebody says, well, I own this, and my grandpa such and such had a gas station here. I'm not sure exactly what year it was built, but it used to be a service station, and then where my kitchen is actually used to be a car wash. And it was really more of a barn. Once I bought it, I had to gut all the electricity out of it. The roof was leaking. But I think it's been a this and that shop. It was a fireworks stand for a better part of a decade.
That's
You're
what I
not in your
remember.
head because
I only remember the fireworks stand.
It's been kind of anything. And the thing about it here, when you're on Main Street, and I realized this once I bought it, is that you can literally set, especially before I put the fence out there, you can set anything out there and somebody's going to try to buy it. It's like I parked my truck out there one day, and next thing I know, I'm getting messages on Facebook, and they're like, you wanting to sell that? I'm like, what? It's just right in the middle of town, and everybody sees it. And so it's
Speaking of
pretty
the
neat location.
fence and the outside, like you got it looking awesome. I mean, I love the fence, love the outside seating. Got a lot going on. It looks great.
Yeah,
So-
we've continued to invest in the building and really to make it safe. Before we opened, I was standing down here one day and a big truck came through, and it was hauling a full load of gravel. And I guess they weren't used to seeing people over here. And next thing I know, is they come around that corner, it's like that truck is kind of coming straight towards me. And I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. And about that time, they turned, and sure enough, the gravel come out of the top of the truck and went across the parking lot.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, wow, I'm going to eventually have to do something to make sure that my patrons are safe. And sure enough, once I did get the fence up, we did have a vehicle that was coming down through town, and they were trying to make the turn here on Stalkup Street and end up taking out half of my fence. But I'm glad that fence was there because it woke them up. I guess they were, trying to make a turn while texting or something. I'm not really for sure. But yeah, we put the fence up over a year ago, and I'm glad we did. And we're going to continue to make improvements. One of the things we keep talking about, it's a good conversation at the bar, makes for a good conversation anyway, is what about that second floor? And they're like, oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. And they're like, well, I don't know. What do you think? And then it gets kind of wild. But, well, I tell you, you know what you ought to do? I get a lot of that around here. You know what you ought to do? So I've got a list of all the things I need to do. But that is something that we're kind of exploring, is about going up. And I don't know what we'll put up there, but it's always a good conversation to have here.
You two keep talking. I'm actually going to walk outside. I want to take a look.
Okay, he's going to build your second floor.
Well,
So, I don't know.
I wonder what he's going to come back and say.
He's
You know what
going
I
to
need
have lots
do.
of ideas. I think that's cool. So it'd have like a Nashville look. Would you leave like doors up there too? So
Who knows?
I mean, so Morgan Wallen can throw a chair or something. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll have a rooftop bar in Burkesville.
Yeah, there you go.
Who knows? I've thought about a greenhouse.
Okay.
Parking lot.
Gosh, I don't know. But yeah, no, it's awesome. That is the only thing is parking. I'm sure if people get here and this back here is full, they can park across the road over
Yeah.
there. I'm sure they don't mind. Did you build it?
What do I need to do?
You put an open rooftop bar up top there. I will sell my houseboat. I will throw in, and I don't even want to see a profit. I just want to have like my own stool up there.
Okay, all right.
Because, I mean, you'd have a beautiful view of downtown, beautiful view looking over towards the Cumberland. Yeah. All right.
Okay, so on that note,
This is where it starts.
That's where it all began, right?
right.
Here.
right here, we were the first to announce it.
It's official. Plans are in the works.
Might be 20 years from now, but it's happening.
So you and I have talked about First Friday.
Yes.
Explain to me First Friday, both y'all.
I'm sure he could explain it better than me. A group of people that own businesses in town get together and they invite other people to set up. They have a car show, just vendors. They do music. They have music.
Yeah, I mean, your downtown is your kind of your heart of your town, and
Okay.
and in my mind, it needs to be pedestrian friendly, and I think people need to get accustomed to the kind of feel of people being in downtown, and so there was a committee that was formed probably a couple years ago called the Revitalize Downtown Initiative. It was made up some really just people who care in the community, some local business owners that were in the downtown, and me, even though I'm not on the square, but this is still metropolitan area Burkesville.
Correct.
So,
Greater Cosmopolitan Metropolitan
yeah,
area.
yeah, no, it is the urban core here in Burkesville where we're at. But yeah, that group started, and they started planning events, and they've been doing a really good job at just trying to bring people into the downtown, and so that people can kind of see the potential of things that could be held downtown. And if you have active downtown, that's going to eventually start to encourage more and more investments. And there's not any buildings that I know of downtown. Some of them might be vacant, but those building owners are planning and trying to figure out what will be a viable business. And it's there's definitely more interest in downtown.
And it's the first Friday
Yeah.
of every month, and it's typically like what, May to October-ish?
Yeah,
Did they do November this year? Did they have one in November? I can't keep up.
I don't know if they. Usually, it's kind of aligned with that 16-week kind of tourism from Labor Day to.
And with the schools and whatnot.
Yes.
Yeah, that's kind of the method, and they ran into some bad weather this year. It was just a couple of those the first Friday of the month, it was just horrible weather, and so they did have to postpone it, but they hung with it, kept on going, and I know the last one that we went to, it was just a great thing. I took my kids there. You know, they went and went over to the art studio and painted a little bit and went around and saw the old cars and just people just hanging out and socializing and that really does add to the quality of life. And
We'll do our Christmas shopping with some of the vendors and whatnot, even though it might be July. That way you're not waiting till November 15th to start buying stuff. We'll start buying stuff over the year from the community. And then, like, I got in-laws who live out in Wyoming. My mom's up in Michigan. And if it doesn't come from like the Marina store, which I think if you looked at my family pictures, 50% my folks have a Dale Hollow Lake shirt on. Like, it is our outfits. I know for a fact I own maybe one pair of shorts and 0 pairs of board shorts that did not come from Sulphur or Willow Grove or Sunset. That is my outfit.
Everything I have says Del Hollow Lake on it. So, like, if I'm actually getting dressed, like, you know, sometimes you need to not have a name across the front of your clothes. So, I have nothing. And I realized that the other day when we were going to the meeting at KMA. I just wore a Del Hollow shirt because I'm like, well, it's Marina anyway. But if I couldn't have, I would just had to go buy clothes. I have nothing that's not Del Hollow.
And I remember growing up and my folks wearing their matching Dale Hollow or their matching Wolf River shirts and going, these old people. Well, now I'm one of those people because you're kind of bragging, or I don't know if the word's bragging, but you're proud of the fact that this is where you have the opportunity to spend your time. And I do have a Sounds Good shirt. I wear it all the time. Got my Sounds Good hat on. Got my Sounds Good koozie. So, and we're drinking Southern Kentucky bourbon. Well, excuse me.
It's very good bourbon. I really like it. And I really like bourbon. I just, not as much as Dan.
Let me help you.
Thanks.
That was kind of you.
It was very nice. Take one for the team.
Absolutely. I'm here to help.
Yeah. So, yeah, but that's what we want to see through this little, you know, like the 30 people that watch it, hopefully, is there are awesome places to go in Burkesville, in Livingston. We're eventually going to make it down that way, too. It may become a 2-year, you know, loop because there's a lot of places to go. And the more I've thought about it, just in Burkesville, there's a lot of places to go. I mean, of course, we need to do the distillery. We'll have to do the bait shop. But the Italian restaurant is awesome. Have you been there yet?
Ate there last week.
Very good. Very good food.
Met the owner. Very pleasant experience. It was great. It was fantastic.
They've been having some live music. I do not know. So Paisley is in Baffa. She loves the Burkesville Academy of Fine Arts, doing all that. And there's a young man, you may know his name, but he sings up there, like Italian, like it is so good. He's
really?
So talented. I don't know his name, I'm sorry, but it is so good. And so I've heard him, just like I walked in and heard him singing, but sometimes he'll get bored at Baffa and be like playing the piano. It is amazing. Like I could listen to it all day.
So you want to travel the community around the lake and do exactly what we're doing right here.
Yes, promote it. Let people see what there is.
Are you sure?
I'm 100% sure. It's just...
Oh, I got a story for you.
Okay.
So a couple Marches back, it was probably second year of COVID, and I've always said I want to go back to COVID. COVID was my favorite time of my life for the fact that, I mean, granted, health and whatever that is, and I feel for a bunch of people, but everything shut down, and especially from the people from Michigan and Indiana, they were locked down. It might have been the busiest time.
I do not want to go back.
You were swamped.
Yeah, you will have to come work at Sulphur Creek if we go back.
I am an unofficial employee. I do have the shirts.
We will not pay you, but you can come work there.
But it was like a rainy April morning, and there was nothing to do. So me, my buddy Eric, his now wife Molly, my wife Ash, I'm like, let's do a tour de locks. And I took them to every hole-in-the-wall dive bar around the lake. We just drove. We went into Dale Hollow Bar. We went into a bar north of Livingston that I don't even know the name. We went into Shanky Bar. We went into Ricky Bobby's. Like, we hit every place. And it's funny, and I experienced this. How long you been in Burkesville or the area?
Since 2006.
Okay. You don't remember the sawmill.
I do.
You do? Okay. And everyone, you say the sawmill, do you remember the sawmill?
I never went.
Okay.
Yeah, I do remember it.
So like when I was young, 22, 23 years old, I came down on Thanksgiving. My grandpa lived over in Albany, just me and my buddy Mike. We drove all the way from Albany because it was the only place other than Static to get a drink.
Mm-hmm.
And so we drove all the way from Albany over to the sawmill, and literally the whole place stopped when him and I walked in.
And you're still alive, so
Yeah.
that's saying something.
Yeah, barely, because it was cool because it was the first time the girls here had seen somebody who wasn't the people they see every day. We lasted about a half hour, 45 minutes. We got ran out of there. Like, hey, we don't want you in this bar anymore.
So what I'm hearing is we need to interview Larry Dowdy on...
Larry, I guarantee, would have been bartending back then.
Yes, he owned it back then, I'm sure.
Okay, yeah,
So,
yeah.
So, okay, at some point, we're having Larry Dowdy on the podcast. He doesn't know it yet.
Okay.
He'll never listen, so he won't know till we tell him. So.
Perfect. And speaking of people listening to the podcast, obviously on the marina you'll walk past somebody and go, hey, when's the next podcast coming up? Well, what's funny is the people you wouldn't expect. Like, I was working on the houseboat last weekend, a gentleman, I'm going to say in his early 70s, he's doing the same thing. He's got the pink jugs of antifreeze, taking them down to the houseboat. He just walks by, doesn't even stop, doesn't even look at me and goes, really like listening to y'all, and he just kept walking. So any opportunity that we have to share something that we like and we love, such as Sounds Good, we're going to take.
Absolutely. When we started this, it was completely on a whim, just out of the blue. We were just silly and didn't really think it through, which is just 100% my life. But it's everything I do. So, but once it got up and going and really did give it some thought, I really think that this aspect of it, just to build the community in any way possible, is really where I want to go with it.
Yeah.
I don't care about building the community. I just like talking to y'all.
Well,
If that's a benefit, that's fantastic.
Yeah, it is a very. I think about podcasts a lot because it is a very effective form of communication. Because I know when I'm driving down the road, I like listening to talk radio. I'm a talk radio junkie, and I also like listening to podcasts. And in some other hats I wear, I realized by participating that a lot of times it's one of the best methods for communicating kind of deep conversations or things that are not easily communicated in one sentence or a flyer, because a lot of times you have questions. You know, we all want to know why, who, when, what, and when you have conversations, that's how you explore the who, when, why, and what. Mm-hmm. And so I think it's really kind of a natural form of communication. And now with technology, it's like we can really kind of help spread that out. And it's how we communicate. We all sit down and we break bread together and have conversations. And I'm a big fan of podcasts. I think for stuff like this, hopefully people enjoy listening to it, but it's also very educational and informative, and it's a good thing. So I commend y'all both for kind of stepping outside of your comfort zone and doing this, because I think it really does.
Oh, I'm pretty comfortable.
You're comfortable now?
I'm pretty
All right,
comfortable.
Good deal.
He's so shy. Like, I never got him to do it. So, no, it is great. And it also, you know, as far as like the community, the Del Hollow community or whoever, it gives them an avenue where you can just go and type in Del Hollow podcast and hopefully it'll pull up somewhere, but it's directed toward that community and not just Kentucky in general or lakes in general or whatever, but it kind of narrows down what you're searching for and what you want to hear from. So yeah, it's been fun what little we've done, and we've had a good time with it, so we're looking forward to keeping on, and we're very thankful y'all let us come over here today.
Yeah.
And speaking of a family business, your wife just gave me a beer. Your beautiful children are
extremely well behaved.
Extremely well behaved.
Last weekend, Dan had to try to record a podcast with my daughter, and that was a different story.
Oh,
she's not very well behaved most of the time.
She is well behaved. She's a big personality. Let's put it this way: she'll be running this podcast here in a couple years.
She's a little jealous.
I love this. I'm how to say it. When did you all first open up? Like, do you remember the day or date?
I believe it was May 28th,
Okay, May 28th.
2023.
And I'll be honest, I think the first time I came in might have been the fall of that year. And I walked in, and I'm going to say this, and I'm 100% honest, I was proud. I was proud the same way I was proud the first time I walked into Southern Kentucky Distillery. I'm like, nice job. Nice job. You did a beautiful job with the setup here, with the food here, with the staff here, with the vibe here. If I come in on a Friday, I guarantee I'm going to run into at least a half a dozen people I know. And it might be a buddy or a girlfriend from the lake. It might be their grandma. It truly is. I'm just proud of it.
We're glad to have you here, and thank y'all for coming out.
Thank you.
I think I should have
Thanks for
stock
helping
in
promote.
it.
Well, we'll probably offer profit sharing plan here in the future. Who knows?
When you build that rooftop bar,
yeah, that'll be the next
you'll
big
have a
level.
stool, so that'll be your stock.
All right. You have anything you want to say to wrap this up?
Thank you again for letting us come over. It's been fun. Everybody come out and check it out.
Do you have a prediction for the game today?
No.
I do.
What's the score?
I do, and I'm going to keep it to myself. All that being said, to take this full circle, sounds good. Where are you located?
We're at 802 South Main Street, Burkesville, Kentucky. We're open Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And you can also order online, and that's always the fastest way to get your order in. So even if we're very crowded and you want to kind of bypass getting your order, soundsgoodpizza.com, Burkesville. That's
And you
where
got a
we're at.
Facebook page.
Yeah.
Pineapple on a pizza.
I've heard of that.
That's the correct answer. That is the correct answer. Thank you. We've officially checked a box.
Yes.
Thank you. This is great.
Awesome. Thank you.
When you're on the road now, right?
Absolutely.
You're mobile.
Yes.
Awesome.
Appreciate it.
Cheers.
Thanks.
Cheers, y'all.
I'll finish this shot.
Thank you. Hollerin from Sounds Good.